Whoop, whoop. Bow, 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 bow.
Bow, bow, bow.
I'm weak. You good. You good. No. Hello, 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 everyone. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey, hey. Hopefully y'all are having a great week. As you can tell, we are hyped for some reason.
Welcome to Like I Was Saying
Motherfucking podcast with your girl.
Oh, me first. You're so generous. Fee baby and
Your girl Velvet. I had to do mine better. You know what I'm saying?
like always, we are hoping that you are having a good week.
Yeah.
Getting through.
Life, you heard.
Because life, it be lifing.
Ooh,
It be
it
lifing.
do be life and trifling. You heard.
Trifling.
But yes, how was your lovely weekend?
Ooh, so my weekend was good. Friday, I stayed low key. I didn't do anything Friday. I put a puzzle together. I had so much fun. It stressed me out a little bit, but I finished it. A cute little 300 piece, and I think it had Maleficent. Maleficent was the villain that I did this time.
Interesting.
Yes. Hey, don't. That's part of my
You're stressed
decompression.
because it's stressed
It's not.
out.
It's not part of my stress.
She just said it's stressed her out, or did I hear wrong? Can someone help me put in the comments? Because I need help.
It's something that can be self-care, can be challenging, but
Mhm.
still rewarding in the end. And that's what it was. It was kind of stressful to do it, but in the end, it's very rewarding for me.
What do you do with the puzzles once they're done?
You glue them, and then I just put them off to the side somewhere. I'm not really going to end up doing anything with the
Oh,
puzzles.
you're not gonna
but
put them in a thing and hang them on the wall like people do?
They're pretty big.
Yeah, my ex mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
she does that when she does puzzles. So one of her puzzles is big as y'all can't see it, but I have a big elephant portrait on my wall, and
It is huge.
and she has a puzzle that's that big, and she put it into a frame and everything. I can't remember what it. I think she loves flowers and stuff like that. So I think it's some flowers and some other shit. But yeah.
That puzzle's some dedication. I'm still very amateur level.
But you still put yours up. Like, what's the point of gluing it? To do what with it? Leave it on a counter? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay, next. What else you do? I just no. No.
So Saturday,
Mhm.
I went and got my first wax.
Ooh.
A Brazilian wax.
Yes, and y'all, that's because of me. So thank me.
I'm not giving her no round of applause seeing as how she just shit on me. But Velvet did put me on.
Yeah, they are wonderful. It just like, especially once you touch it afterwards, you're like, ooh, bitch. Ain't nobody telling me shit today.
So it took me a little bit to want to touch it because, again, my first wax. And when I say first wax, I mean I haven't had my eyebrows touched. I haven't had anything on my body waxed until I got my cootie cat waxed.
Mm.
And the lady even told me I was bold for that being the first place that I waxed on my body.
Yes.
She's like, oh, you're bold. You're just
Out there.
in there. Yeah. Well, first of all, I ain't got that many eyebrows. So to have someone touch them, I'm terrified for them to take what little I do have
Oh,
off.
they're gonna take the whole small
Girl,
little corner
it's
off.
gone.
You gonna have like this,
It's
gone.
And I ain't got time. Ain't nobody taking my eyebrows off. So I just tweezed those. So I've never had wax touch my skin. So it was definitely an interesting experience.
Mm-hmm.
It did not take as long as I thought it would.
Mm-mm.
It only took 8 minutes.
It depends on who does it.
Okay.
Because the first time I did mine, and maybe it was just because it was my first time, and she could tell that I was like dead, like nervous as fuck. It took her a bit, but after that, like, it was normal.
Nah, this lady was like, this is a Band-Aid. We taking that. Cow, pow, 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 pow. What got me first? So knowing it was my first time, there was the first rip she did, she didn't tell me it was coming.
Yeah, that's the best.
She doesn't. I at least want to know because I thought maybe the wax was still drying. I thought we was still, letting stuff simmer and sit. She said, "No, shoot!" I said, baby.
You was hurt.
Baby.
Yeah.
I mean, after it was all said and done, it was pretty. The butt was a pretty interesting
Thing.
A pretty interesting
The
sensation.
butt's not that bad though.
It's
the one
not.
part that get me is when they get to the tip of the tip.
Like where the clit is, the little opening butt.
Because they spread it, and then when she do it, she do this, but she does one strip here, and the one here. So then she'll rip that one, and rip the middle one. And I'm like, God damn.
It's that part did not bother me as much. Mine was like the hood area, like all that exposed.
Because she probably had to do that several times. The other one they usually have to do maybe once.
When I tell you,
How many
she had
times she
a
do it?
heartbeat in it afterwards. I love that she went boom boom. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh my baby, I'm so sorry I did that to you. Why did I do this? I was like, but I can't wait to go pee though. Something to feel it and how smooth it is.
Now you just gotta wait for someone else to.
Yeah, so that was
Interesting.
I will be doing it again.
Yeah,
because I did like the results because shaving is just so time consuming. You don't know if you're getting everything.
Yeah.
There's hair bumps and razor bumps and ingrown hairs, and it just don't be like cute after. And I feel like when the stubble comes through, that's the worst. So
yeah, I don't remember the last time I shaved. I've waxed probably for the last couple of years. I first did it because the person I was talking to was like, why don't you wax? And I said, because I fucking shave. Wax it costs money. What the fuck you mean?
Facts.
And so they paid for my first one.
Ooh.
And I was like, all right, if you pay for it. And so I got it done, and it was cool. And so I just been continuing doing it since then. So I get the package because it's cheaper.
Something I've been considering doing is laser hair removal.
I heard it's not. So the lady that did mine the last time when we were supposed to do it together, she used to work at one of those places, and she said no.
See, I've heard conflicting information because I've heard people who've gotten it done who say that it lasts.
Not forever.
Maybe not forever, but the time frame that it does last for. So I was kind of like calculating it up in my head. I haven't done any type of package deal, so right now my waxes are like $60 a pop, and that's $60 per month that you have to go back and pay for the wax. Whereas doing laser hair would be anywhere from $750 to $1,000 to permanently do that. And just kind of calculating out within a 2-year span, you'll end up then paying more for waxing than you are for the laser hair removal.
So I've heard that it doesn't permanently go away, and that pain is on a different level than waxing. And that you actually have to go back. You go back several times, so it's not just a one time and done. It is the lady that was doing my wax again. She used to work at the place. She said that people usually went back every 2 months. So for waxing, it's every 6. It's only extra 2 weeks. I'm okay. But the pain that she was describing, she said one lady used to get waxes and she thought about doing that. And then she said when the lady was in there, the lady literally told her, stop. And she was like, but it's only a couple more minutes. She said, no. She said, it feels like if someone is scraping on your skin and it burns at the same time. I said, nah, what? Not my hoo-ha. Ooh, hell no.
I did hear someone who did get their bikini line done, that it does feel very similar to a tattoo.
None of my hoo-ha.
So
hell, could you?
I think once I heard that, I was a little bit more like, ooh, I don't know about
could you
that.
Imagine a tattoo on you. Some people get it, but I couldn't imagine a tattoo down there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, with the shaded.
I'm really just trying to weigh out cost, and cost is my first, and then I'm looking at pain.
But the thing is, for that, depending on really how often you're doing the do, if you're doing it just for yourself, then I get that. But if you're really doing it for yourself, and then when you're, having fun with other people, then you don't have to go as often. I don't go every 6 weeks. Unless I'm consistently with someone and we're doing that. But other than that, and even sometimes at 6 weeks, you don't have to. So I think it depends on how that is and how it grows. So I think after the first couple times, you probably have to go back. But over the last several years, like the first couple times I went back because it kept, but after that, it doesn't grow as quick.
Mm-hmm.
So then you don't have to go back. I think I go maybe every two and a half months.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even have to do that.
No, well, that's better to not
Yeah.
think about having to go every month. But it was definitely an experience. And what's crazy is her and I did go when I attempted to go the first time. They were like, you're gonna need to let that grow a little bit more. So I like psyched myself all the way up to do it when we went. For her to be like, it needs to grow some more. I'm like, I literally just like worked myself up. I just knew I was gonna take this today. And she was like, nah, you gotta come back in 2 weeks. I was like,
So it's better because if they try to do it when it's short, that's not fun. Because I did that one time, and because I didn't want to shave, and I was like, can y'all just wax it? And she was like, I can try it, but it's worse.
Mm-hmm. Probably because they're literally just ripping skin.
Yes, that was terrible. So I said, never fucking again. Next time, I just be like, baby, you gotta eat it the way it be, and I will tell you.
I'm really interested in whether or not, to what extent hair matters to the male when having sex.
I've actually had this conversation with people before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it depends on the person. So I've been with someone where he likes bush.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like bush.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have something down there, but it's not going to be my hair on top. No. So one person, he liked it that way. He just said, it makes me feel like I'm fucking with a grown woman. I don't like the ball because it makes me, I'm fucking with a child, and that's not what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I get that, but I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm a grown-ass woman. So I got it. So for him, I didn't, but majority, I would say, of men, if not fully waxed or shaved, it can't be a bush, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of the men, I'm going to say many, out of the gentlemen that I have had fun with in my lifetime, I would have to say that maybe 3 didn't really care.
Yeah. The last 2 people that I've dealt with did not care about that. Because there was one person who wanted to pop up on me. I was like, all right, well, I'm not situated to be doing it. I was like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
if you don't care, I don't care, and we can go ahead and get this in real quick. We ain't gotta waste all this time, and I ain't gotta
do no shaving
delay because I ain't prepared today. Because I wasn't nowhere near home, so I was like, either you gonna get it while I'm here, or you gonna have to wait some other time.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got the resources to be doing that right now.
Yeah.
So
I think it really just depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't care, some do. But I think it usually matters when they're down there with their mouth more so than with their penis. But
do you feel like there's a sensation difference for us, shaved versus not shaved? Like, does it have a different experience for us?
I would say only if you got like a whole bunch of hair and it's blocking your clitoris.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I wouldn't say that it really does. I think only if, because the man doesn't really want to, eat dessert because it's down there, so he's only playing with it, would be the only other thing. But that's really them not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I wouldn't say that it does. I think it's really just the feel of it. I just like the feeling. I'm like, oh, bitch, you sexy.
There are certain places that when you leave afterwards, you like, bitch.
I'm stunting on them.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard.
Yes. Leaving the waxing place, I definitely felt like that.
Yeah.
Leaving the nail salon, definitely feel that way.
Yes. I got my pedicure this weekend.
Oh, yes, the pedicures.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, yes, I need it. My toes haven't been done in a while. Even though the other paint lasted forever. I don't remember last time.
I think I'm going to
learn how to do it so you can do my toes. That's what I heard. That's what y'all heard. That's what I heard.
I charge you feet.
$10.
Feet charge you feet.
$10.
I am thinking about getting a gel set, like a gel set there, because I don't think I want to do acrylics anymore. I think I'm just going to let my natural nails grow out and just do like a gel polish over it.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can still have the feeling of having my nails done without like the crazy cost.
Yeah.
And then I've been toying with the idea of doing my feet as well. I just don't know if I want to
do all that.
But I do have it in my Amazon cart right now.
Go ahead and get it so you can do mine.
Ah!
I bite my nails when I don't have the stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but always. Well, this one is down to the little nub.
I don't know. This last time when I got it taken off, I just got the clear coat. I just think it looks really cute, really nice and simple, but it still has like the aesthetic of like having like
Your nails.
nails.
Yeah. No, I bite them after. It's just a habit. If I don't
You'd
have
even bite
something
it, like,
on them,
you'd even bite it with like a nail, like a gel.
possibly. I don't know. It depends. I would have to see, but I normally don't do just the gel stuff.
I mean, well, I think I've started to notice. I'm not sure if like this is something. I think I've been starting to notice that like a little bit of water is getting up under the polish a little bit, and I see like my nail separating from the gel a bit. We'll see. It's to be determined.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're just trying to figure out all these new, you know, things to take care of ourselves.
Especially during
make
this
ourselves
COVID.
feel good. Yeah.
Have to learn how to take care of yourself because other people can't do it in the world. 'Cause I don't really be going to too many places like that.
So was my weekend. What about?
What did I do?
What about yours?
What did I do
What
Friday?
did you do Friday?
Oh, I
You
was
did
supposed to go
something.
to the beach, but we decided not to.
Oh.
And instead, we ate at Denny's, and I had some great turkey bacon and some scrambled eggs and a little piece of French toast. And went with my son, and he ate some pancakes, blueberry pancakes. And and some mozzarella sticks. I was like, that's just the weirdest combination, but okay.
Mozzarella sticks go with everything. I will eat mozzarella sticks all the time. Love mozzarella sticks.
I can't. I want to learn how to make some, but I gotta learn how to make it with cauliflower as the breading instead of breading. So we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. But I had that. That was Friday, and then what else? I feel like I did something else, but I can't think of what I did Friday. So we did something. I think we came back.
Sisters? Are you guys sisters at all?
We rode around, and I was gonna take him to this ice cream place, but he was full, and I was tired, and I said we going home. So I think we just got home, watched a little bit of something. Oh, we watched a movie with DMX. I'm quite sure.
Okay.
I don't remember which one it was. Oh no. I don't know which one it is now. Oh yes, we did. It was the movie with Aaliyah DMX and
Cradle to the Grave?
Yes.
Ooh, that's
not Cradle to the Grave.
Oh no. Romeo Must Die?
Yes, Romeo Must Die. We watched Cradle to the Grave like 2 weeks ago.
Romeo Must Die is so good.
Yes, I love it. And my son loves DMX, and of course, you know, since his passing, so we've been doing a lot of DMX stuff. So we watched that, and then I think I went to sleep right after that. Like literally not out. Saturday, I got a tattoo. Right here, y'all, you know, looking a little sexy. And it just says, music keeps me sane. I'm probably going to add some symbols or something to the corner, but I just got something simple. And then I went to a little birthday shindig for my cousin. My son had a bunch of fudge and fun, like a lot.
Playtime with the cousins is nice.
Yes, it was a lot. They were running around, ripping and running, and then in the car when we were leaving, he was starting to go to sleep, and I said, I gotta drop you off at your daddy's. You gotta wake up. And then my best friend came to town, because he loves me, and you came over.
Yes, and I was so excited to see your best friend, because I had no idea he was here.
I know, I couldn't remember if I told you he was coming or not, so then I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing just in case. And so, yeah, when you walked in, he was like, oh!
We're literally like becoming like the three amigos at this point in time.
Really though. So yeah, we hung out, chilled. I think we just listened to music or play some games. Oh, what was the game called?
Stimulates me.
Mentally stimulate me, yes. But the other game.
Oh, cultural tags.
Tags, yes. Cultural tags and mentally stimulate me. So we played that, and that was hilarious. I really enjoyed it. It was so good.
Apparently, the more alcohol I get in me, the
She
better
was
I am.
killing them cultural tags. At the beginning, she was not getting not one damn thing. But when that alcohol started hitting, she was like, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, hold on, bitch. God, now. I can't get nothing now.
My brain functions at a higher level.
When you're intoxicated, is that what happens? That's so what? I don't think that's how it usually works.
You know, I'm a special individual with special things, but we also did a cute little DIY together.
Oh, yes. So,
to TikTok.
Yes, we cut open some popsicles.
The freeze pops.
Yes, and then we poured some out and then put some adult beverages inside of it. and then froze it.
But let's talk about this hack as to how we like were able to refreeze it. I'm just so amazed by it.
And how do you do
I
that?
just think we're just young engineers in the making. So you gotta, unseal it to get some of the liquid out to pour the liquid you want in there in. To reseal it, y'all, we use a flat iron.
And baby, and some looked like it was a professional. Like they were just coming out. We was like, ooh, look at us killing it over
We
here.
were making a little business, little side hustle.
You understand? We need to figure it out for real though.
And them drinks really did freeze. It took a little bit longer, I think, because the alcohol content that was in it. Because alcohol.
Because I think we poured a bit.
Some of them may have been a little heavy-handed. There was a little bit of trial error in there.
Yep, some liquid falling and, us drinking some.
My hands were so sticky
And then-
afterwards. I was
like
like,
sticky
what's
hands.
going on? Like, it was all in my arm. I was like, I thought I washed my hands, and I'm like, nope, gotta go redo.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They were good, though.
It was. I had a couple, and it was just easy because you just eating a pop. And then one of them, though, baby. So I was eating it, right? And then, you know how it gets unfrozen, so you get the liquid part? So I sucked it up, and baby, it felt like I took a shot. I took a shot. I was like, God damn. And then I told my best friend, I was like, oh shit, we put alcohol in that one. Because it was a whole goddamn shot.
Oh, that is so funny.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it was crazy. So that was cool. And then Sunday, I prepared for an interview that I had today. So y'all keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully I get it. And then that's really about it, I think. Oh, I made some banana nut bread. Ooh, I made some salmon. So I made this lemon honey salmon. I really enjoy the sauce. Best friend did not enjoy this. He liked the way that the salmon turned out. So I think I'm gonna cook the salmon maybe this way, more often. Maybe with just different
Did you like skillet, aluminum packet? How'd you cook it?
I did
Air fryer?
skillet. I do love air fryer because I love crunch. So air fryer always gives me the crunch. But since there was so much sauce, I couldn't do that. But I did skillet, and you do that for about 3-ish minutes. And then you put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. And then that way the sauce can get like the sticky sauce. And then you pour it on top of the salmon, like you mix it up. Oh my God. I really enjoyed it. I don't think he liked it because he said it tastes like there was some different nuts or something in it. And I was like, but I ain't put no nuts in it. But
honey? Honey does tend to have a different taste when you start to like cook it and like caramelize it.
Maybe.
I think I had the same thing last week. I did like a honey soy sauce sriracha mixture.
Yeah. It was supposed to have sriracha in it, but he didn't want sriracha, so I was like, well, it's supposed to have sriracha in it. Maybe it wouldn't taste like nuts.
Yeah, honey just has a different taste when you caramelize it. Yeah, when you
so maybe that could have been it, but I didn't really taste the nut that he was talking. But I actually liked it, and we had some asparagus. It was good, and then I made some banana nut muffins. That was good. Put a little bit of sugar-free whipped cream on top, and I was in heaven. So it was a good night. Enjoyed it, and then I knocked the fuck out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sleep is importante.
It is. I was knocked out, and my son was like, I gotta go to sleep. I don't have school tomorrow. And I said, you have asynchronous work. Same thing. Go to bed. Go to bed.
You tried it.
Yeah. Always trying it. Sir, you still have school. That means you need to wake up because you have a time frame you gotta complete it. So you still need to have a good enough amount of sleep so that you can rise up out of bed and do your work.
This morning was tough for me.
Really?
It was tough to wake
up. I woke up super early. And I was like, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit.
When I tell you, my alarm went off at 7:30. Yeah, I literally picked up my phone. I was like, I can't pull myself out of bed. I've never felt like that. Just like, ugh.
So there's probably reasons for that.
I had some good wine the night before. It was like 11%. That could have had something to do with it.
Oh, you know.
The effects hadn't worn off yet, I guess.
I'm weak.
But yeah. So I hope y'all had as much of a
wonderful weekend as we did.
Fun-filled, diverse.
Yeah. And also, before I forget, because I don't want to, before we get into our other topics, Happy Mother's Day.
Yes. So all the mommies out there, new, existing, soon to be.
All of you.
Yes.
You gorgeous, wonderful women. You're doing your
Happy
thing.
Mother's Day, V.
Oh, happy Mother's Day to you too, with your doggies.
Yes, I'm a puppy mom. I'm very happy to be acknowledged.
But yes, make sure y'all remember that all of y'all are wonderful and y'all are doing the best you can, and don't let no motherfucker tell y'all otherwise.
Exactly.
And that come from me. And if they won't see me, here I is. But yeah, so what we getting into today?
Yeah, so it's been kind of an interesting, slow news week. So I just thought there's a couple little topics that have kind of popped.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured we kind of discuss them.
Okay,
and
what
see what our thoughts are.
Mm-hmm.
So marriage has been a pretty hot topic here lately, and people's opinions on what its significance is. There's been a lot of people saying, you know, there's been this kind of devil's advocate thing that marriage is just a piece of paper. So there's been arguments for, against. It is interesting because sometimes you see it aligned with sexes. Females tend to, on average, put more weight into the meaning of marriage and what that means to the establishment of the relationship, whereas I feel like men tend to take more of the stance of it's just a piece of paper. So I usually do that. So I'll just give you my thoughts first. Usually I pose it. I put you on the spot first.
Always.
So someone had an interesting. So I heard two pretty interesting takes. One was saying like marriage is a piece of paper, but piece of papers hold weight, like the deed to your house, a registration, the money that you spend, a birth certificate. So while they are very simplistic in their presence, like they hold a lot of weight to them.
Value.
Yes, very much value. So like when the paper is one thing, but the actual institution of marriage, because beyond it being just a religious thing for a lot of people, it's a legal thing as well. Everything about you now becomes combined with somebody else, between your finances, just a whole slew of things, insurance, all of those. But even beyond that, I feel like there is an additional layer that gets added to your relationship when you take that step past just being boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm not really sure. I think people who don't believe in marriage or don't marry, I don't know if they just refer to those people at that point as partners.
Maybe, or some just say spouse or significant other, but they just don't have that piece of paper.
So I'm just wondering for those who, like, obviously there are stages in relationships. For those who don't believe in marriage or do not, you know, agree to a marriage, like what is that next level then from you that sets you apart from just dating or being, you know, rather serious? Like what's that next piece? So I do think marriage is more than just a piece of paper. I think it's more than that. I don't believe in marriage necessarily in regards to the religious institution of it, but I do think that marriage is a natural progression in a relationship that shows you're more serious and more committed than what you were prior to, because marriage essentially is the two of you binding and being one in many sense of the word. What are your thoughts? As someone, so again, opinions coming from someone who has not been married, someone who has been married. So we talk about it enough.
No. So I would say that I don't know if you can agree with both, but I do.
Okay.
So I 100% understand when people say it's just a piece of paper, because technically it really is.
Right.
If you and that person are going to be doing the same thing y'all are doing now, then it really is just a piece of paper. I feel that when people stress getting married, it's because they're not happy with wherever that relationship currently is. Why do you have to get married? If y'all are happy the way you are, why do you have to get married? I'm asking.
Well, I just think it's another layer and progression in a relationship that shows the commitment, because there is a difference in between. So I never want to bind into that agreement to then leave that agreement. But there is a difference in, if we're just boyfriend and girlfriend,
depending on the state,
because there are domestic partnerships.
I think Virginia's one.
We are one of them. I think that has to be like 10 years maybe. But in most situations, you can leave and there not be any ramifications. Again, putting that amount of time into somebody, there needs to be something that kind of resolves, if something were to deteriorate between the two of you, how that gets resolved. But I think marriage is just, it's just more of a showing up for your person.
But you can do that even without marriage. You can show up for someone.
Yeah,
you can be there for them.
But it's just why you put like boyfriend and girlfriend after you've been dating. It's just level, for me, it's just levels of progression. I've heard.
So it's something you've been taught.
No. Well, I taught them. I mean,
I'm just asking. I'm really just being. I'm being the opposite.
You always love doing that. Devil's advocate.
On the shoulders.
Emphasis on the D for devil.
Anyways, so it had to be something that was taught, that marriage is supposed to be something that the end is the end result.
I mean, sure. I mean, that's pretty much every culture. That is the natural next progression that, is the expectation
happens
for
in a relationship. No, so that's what I said. I really, it depends, if I'm going to be honest. I definitely agree that it is a piece of paper. However, as you explained, it is an important piece of paper for future reference. I'm not saying that you get into a relationship to get divorced or to whatever it may be, but I think marriage does solidify the relationship. Is I believe solidify the relationship. And so, as Fee Baby said, I have been married before. I didn't really get anything out of it after getting married, though. So, and he didn't really get anything from it. I think the only reason you would get something is if you or the other person or both of y'all are,
established.
Yes, and make some good dough. But other than that, you really are leaving the relationship with what you had prior to. There's nothing else that you would really gain from that. So I think marriage is also a financial partnership.
I do. I can see that, and I do understand that.
So I think that is even though women say, I want to be married to the man that I love and all this other stuff, but really, and what I believe when women say that is for the financial piece, is that they want to be married for the financial piece. Just like you said, that if something was to happen, if y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend, you ain't getting shit.
But I also think it's, so in tandem with that, I also think it's one of those, there are more, for what I would think would be the majority of folks, there's more of, when I say not as easy to walk away from, you have to do more weighing things at that point, because it's not as easy as just walking away from it. There has been the legal aspect of the separation and having to, I think that also has people work things out more that they may not do if they were just simply boyfriend and girlfriend. Again, that could just be me kind of thinking of like an ideal world. Again, I haven't been through it, so I can only speak from what I would think that situation would look like.
I think you're living in a different world. Just like, that was funny. That was a good one.
I just know like who I would want to be in my life and who I like idealize as like who I would want my partner to be. Like for one, it would not just be something as simple as walking away.
Yes.
But that like I said would be more of a, and also the time invested and being that you put the energy into being married. That would be another reason to put the extra energy into, because you made that decision, not because that you have to go all through all this stuff to be divorced, but because you took that extra step in your relationship to be married, it's like, okay, I made this decision for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Things aren't, the rainbows right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we made this agreement. We took this next step for a reason.
I feel like that should be what your thought process is, period. It shouldn't just be because you're married. If y'all are in a relationship for 5 years and even though you're not married, that should still be the thought process. So, we have been through, this is a long period. It's not like it's been 6 months or a year. 5 years, a chunk of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that being a chunk, you still should go through those same things.
Right.
You may not have that piece of paper like, oh, now we got to get divorced. But that process should still be the same regardless. And I think that's where a lot of people start fucking up. It's because like, oh, well, we're just boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever it may be, so I'm going to just break up with you. But if y'all have took the time to stay with each other for this long, why have y'all? Those are things y'all should think through. Why have y'all? Why are y'all together? Yeah. Why is whatever is not working is not working? Can y'all work through it? Those should be all the things instead of just saying, well, fuck you. We ain't married. I don't give a fuck. And then you doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. So yeah, I agree this piece of paper. However, most women are going to want to get married. One, I believe, because that's what you're taught. And as you said, all cultures teach that you're supposed to be a wife and, all that other shit. You're supposed to take care of your husband, cook, clean, birth children, all those things. Those are all that's what you're taught.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all things that you're taught in your culture. And so I definitely understand it. I would say that majority of people that say that marriage is a piece of paper is probably because they don't want to get married. Because they don't want to have that binding, and it's a key word, piece of paper. Because that is a bond at that point. So that is the piece because, again, they still have that mentality of if something is messed up, then I can just walk away. But if you're married, then you have to go through this whole process and all that other stuff. And most people don't get divorced because of that.
Still, I didn't have 2 questions.
Mm-hmm. No.
You would not get married again?
Mm.
That's what the question was going to be.
Oh.
That's one.
In all honesty,
Mm-hmm.
it would depend.
Okay.
The person would literally have to be for the longest time the answer was no. It literally was like, hell no, I don't give a fuck. But growing as a person, as an adult and all that, I do want to get married again, I believe. However, it would be where me and that person, like, literally, I have no doubt. There cannot be 1 ounce of doubt in my mind or my heart or any of it. It could be no doubt, period. If there's doubt, then I ain't doing it.
Okay, that's fair. And then secondly, do you think that those who say marriage is just a piece of paper, do you think those are people who have issues with commitment?
It could be, but it also could be that they saw their parents. I think a lot of it usually is when you see your parents in a marriage and then that marriage does not work out or you see that they're not happy and they stay together for the children. A lot of kids, when they grow up, say, oh, I'm not getting married because I don't want to, if I have children or when I have children, don't want to put them through what I went through as a child, which I 100% get. So I think it could be that, but I also think it's a lot of what you see. And when you grow up, that mentality, even though you think you may have gotten over it because you're an adult now, that's still in the back of your mind. Like, oh, I saw my mom and dad fight every single fucking day, and they didn't get divorced till I was 18. So at that point, you're smart. So you think they stayed together because, I was a child. Or, they maybe got divorced when I was 16 instead of when I seen them fight since I was 5. Like, so it depends. Okay. What about you?
I do think that sometimes when people say that it is rooted in a commitment issue place, just from personal experience, I think that it's rooted in a commitment issue. And that commitment issue can come from your experiences because of what you've witnessed, what you've seen, and what the patterns have been. So, yeah, I think
It could be.
Yeah, I think it can definitely have a huge weighing factor. I do think also some people may do that because they have very well established themselves and they're trying to protect what they have established.
Definitely, because I know someone like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, I ain't getting married. Or they're saying, if I get married, the person's gonna sign a prenup. And you know, it is what it is at that point. So you have to, find someone that's willing to do that. And I understand the prenup, especially if you are very successful. However, if that person is with you for however long, let's just use 5 years, was an easy number. 5 years, they're with you for 5 years. Y'all get married after that point, and they sign a prenup. If they've helped you with your business or raise your children, those are like, I think, outside factors where the prenup should not apply. Mm-hmm. So if you ever get a prenup, make sure that if children involved, y'all make sure there's something in there about that, and that if you helped,
establish a business and y'all been together,
mm-hmm, and you help with it, or even like if you are there with him every freaking day at work working on a business, that's still you helping with said business, or vice versa, you helping her with the business. That's still you helping her with the business. That's still you helping said business grow. And so at that point, that's something different. Mm-hmm. But I understand why people do get prenups. And I can't say that if I was very financially secure in my life, had my own businesses, if I wouldn't make the other person. Mm-hmm. Because I have a child, I have to also make sure that he's good. You ain't going to be taking money from my son's plate. Yeah, you tripping.
That's facts.
So, yeah, no. So I definitely understand the reason of why those are done.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, any other pieces to this?
No, I'm tired of talking about marriage.
Okay. So, moving on.
I just want y'all to know that this drink is hitting, baby.
You like it?
Yes. The other one I did not like. I don't know if y'all can see it. I mean, it's called Buzz Balls Chillers. And if y'all see it, if this is y'all hit us up so we get some money for this. But Buzzball Chillers is the Choco Chiller. This is actually pretty good. I had another one that tasted, I don't even know what the fuck it was, but it was not.
What was the flavor? You remember?
It tasted like it was supposed to be a margarita, but it won't. It was like lemony.
Those are very different flavors, like a margarita versus a...
Yeah, so I got 3 of them because they were like $2 or some shit at 7-Eleven. And it was like, I'm going to say like $2.99 or something. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get 3 of them. I'm going to get 3 of them. And so I got that because anything with Choco sounds like chocolate, and so I get it.
And it's 15% alcohol, guys.
You heard, man.
Huh.
Yes, I'm over here feeling life.
What's crazy is the Choco Chiller. I used to work at a tropical smoothie, and it was a smoothie called Choco Chiller. It was yogurt, dark chocolate, and white chocolate.
Oh, I never had that.
Choco Chiller, that's hilarious. Sorry, I just had to...
But that thing hitting. If y'all try it out, let me know how you feel.
Yeah, 15%. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but I don't drink, so if this was the old me, it'd be different. But I don't drink like that anymore, so whenever I get a drink, it's like, somebody help me please. Somebody. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into, y'all all know Tristan Thompson and Miss Khloe Kardashian, right? So they had broke up a while ago because of the friends.
Jordan Woods, there was a lot of sensationalism going around
about Jordan Woods sleeping with Tristan.
I don't think he was sleeping with him. There was a very unfavorable picture of her sitting on his lap.
I think
at
it was
a party.
sleeping. I think it was because I think it was something about.
No, the photo was published. That's kind of what set everything. Yeah.
But I think it was. But she kept saying she didn't sleep with him. Right. But I think someone had caught her coming out of the room or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, so they used to be together. Then some shit happened, and they no longer together. But apparently now they're back together.
Tristan and Khloe, that is.
Yeah, sorry, Tristan and Khloe. And now women have been coming out, different women, so not just one, but different women have been coming out saying that while they have been back together, that, he's still popping with them.
Yeah, and he's been like real heavy on Khloe here lately, like trying to profess like his commitment, wanting to be with her, talking about having more kids, like real thick, like been on their TV show, like really trying to show up, show out, show he's a different man.
So,
Whew. Sis.
I just, people can change. So I don't know if the situation with Jordan was the first situation that had her thinking that. I'm gonna go with no, but maybe. So whether it was the first or the second or the 85th, she is now taking him back. So I'm just very curious on what your thoughts on the situation. Like, well, one, do you believe that in that type of situation, should she have taken him back? Two, do you believe these women, or would they have to come with receipts with the previous situation?
So that is really difficult for me to answer. One, I've never been in a cheating situation.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah, we did talk about that. I've never been in a cheating situation. I am like trust and loyalty and honesty are like super important to me. And you know, I do have my personal insecurities as well. So couple all of those, you know, what certain things are important to me, coupled with insecurities that, you know, people bring to the relationship, me specifically, cheating, I don't know if I could go back to someone who's cheated on me. That would take a lot of work together. More or less, like we need to go speak to somebody.
Like God. Like
no, not God.
like what's his name?
A counselor. I don't even know who you're talking about. But we know, I don't know who you're talking about. But I feel like we're not talking about a name that don't exist, but they trying to make exist.
Derrick Jackson.
No, his name don't exist.
Well, we play his game this weekend.
Girl.
The Mentally Stimulate Me was his game.
Anyways, so I don't know. Cheating, I haven't been in it, so it's one of those things like I guess you truthfully can't speak to it till you've been in it. But because I know how big trust, honesty, loyalty are to me, like I literally have trust, respect, and honesty written on me. So being that, I don't know how I would feel if I feel like you breached those things.
Yeah.
Because and coupled with insecurities, it's kind of like, would you do that to me again? And then while a lot of times people can go back and forth about why people cheat, whether it's because you are or are not giving enough, or because if they're just gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat, or it's their own issues as to why they cheat, and it has nothing to do with you. But I feel like for me personally, I would internalize that cheating. I think there was something wrong with me as to why that person cheated. So that would be a very difficult thing for me to deal with if that happened to me. So I don't know if I could, and with as publicly as what Khloe dealt with it, because again, as we talked before, like Derrick Jackson, is different to handle something cheating in private
than public. Yeah.
So I don't think that's something I could deal with.
Interesting.
And then your second one was.
Well, you know I got ADD. That's why I asked when I asked. Otherwise I forget.
Could I deal with it? And would I believe it? So one of the girls who's alleging to have slept with him has screenshots of Khloe DMing her on her phone. Like she's showing like the notifications, like she's showing like it's an iPhone screenshot, and on her notification screen it's showing like Khloe is DMing her saying like, hey, can you keep our conversation like between us type deal. So
those can be made.
they can, a lot of stuff. So I mean that would be your for anything that would be presented. You would have the counteract of doctoring those things.
Because baby, if I'm doing anything, it's a record while I'm talking.
Right.
So do you see? I recorded. It is August 25th of 2021 at 14:15. You see 4:15 is up here. I am scrolling. You see my finger with my pink nail. Like you see it all. I would not, but we're gonna get into that. But continue.
But yeah, I mean, and that'd be difficult also as someone who's dealt with that man cheating, it would be very difficult
What's your best friend?
to not believe he could do it again. It'd be very difficult. And you want to trust your man or your partner, whoever they are. You want to trust them.
Because if not, ain't no point.
But when they've broken that trust before, even if the person is completely making it all up, it's really difficult to give them that benefit of the doubt because they've broken that trust before. I think that's where I would lie in that. Like, you cheated before. I've got, like, either what I feel like is proof or I have, like, feelings. And those things would be like, you've done this before. Why wouldn't you do it again?
Yes. So I definitely understand. Feelings, though, is all going to be something internally. So that's something that you would have to work through after the first or whatever cheating. Like, once y'all broke up. Because otherwise that feeling is going to go through all the other relationships. So that's something I think you have to deal with a counselor or whoever it may be. Because once you see something, you're like, oh, well, he's cheating on me. He may not be. It could just be his coworker needed a ride, but because who we said we was using for you again?
Let's do James.
Because James cheated on you before, and now you with Christian. That's the only name I could think of at the time. And now you with Christian. Now you think Christian cheated on you because he drove, a coworker home. But that's only because of the previous. So I think a lot of it, when someone cheats on you, you have to make sure that you heal. Regardless if you go back to that person or to somebody else, if you don't do the healing, then it doesn't matter what relationship you're in, it's not going to last. Because that's always going to be in your mindset. Oh, he said he's going to be home at 7, or she said she's going to be home at 7. It's now 7:45. He's probably or she's probably out there cheating. No, but stuck in damn traffic. Calm down. But those are the things that go through your head. I don't know why I talked about that, but what were we talking about?
So would you be able to, if someone cheated, how would you go about progressing in the relationship? Would you get back with them? How would that work for you? And why or why not?
So it depends, if I'm gonna be honest. Because trust is definitely important to me. But I believe that honesty is even more so to me personally. So if I asked, who did I say my boo was?
Billy.
No, I don't want Billy.
Bob.
Oh, damn Bob. I want, damn, I can't think of his name. Aldous Hodge.
You don't want him to be the one that's cheating on you.
True, you're right. Okay.
Let Billy cheat on you.
Fine.
Let Billy be the screw
if
up.
Billy was cheating on me. I was just like Billy. If Chris was cheating on me, and, why are you laughing? What is wrong with you? Tell her to stop drinking. She can't handle it. If Chris was cheating on me, and I asked him up front, because I don't really go to people unless I absolutely know. And trust and believe, I will know. So, if he was cheating on me, and I said, Chris, I just want to know, like, if you're seeing other people. Like, are you, fucking other people, dating other people, whatever it may be. And if he said no, then that's it, period. If he said yes, then that is where there's a possibility of us figuring out where it went. I absolute hate being lied to. So that, to me, even though trust is definitely important, like, we had this bond, that we had this understanding that we were together, there was nobody else. So yes, that has been broken, and that stuff we'll have to figure out as well. But if you fucking lied to me, bitch, is a whole other thing. I fucking hate it. So that sounds weird, but that is definitely over the cheating piece. Because if you told me the truth, at least I know, okay, well, I can trust you in that aspect. So where can we go from here? And maybe we can figure out if it works. But if you lied to me, then I can't trust shit to come out your mouth no more.
Right.
So, yeah. You can say, oh, I went to the store, bitch. You probably went to go fuck Ashley. Nope, I don't know. I can't help you. So that's where my mind would go. But if you told me, then at least I know that you're being honest with me, and we can figure out if we are able to move forward. And if we're not, then that, that's cool. But if we are, at least I know that I have that piece. I don't know. I can't stand being lied to. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves.
So how do you feel about people who decide, knowing all of the parameters about everyone being involved in the way that they are, with women, men, coming forward and being open about having essentially like affairs?
Nope, you shouldn't do it. You already knew they ass was with somebody, so you knew you was the other woman, and you should keep it that way. If that is what you knew, it'd be different if you didn't know. So, for example, if I was with, we use Chris. If I was with Chris and I was fucking Aldous Hodge on the side, then Aldous Hodge knows that I'm with Chris. You ain't got no business speaking about it because your ass knew that I was with him. But if I didn't tell him that I was with him, then that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a conversation that we had, and I said, no, I'm not. You're the only person for me. You fucking lied, so yes, I'm gonna air all your shit out.
Mm-hmm.
But because you absolutely know that I'm with this person, you know at the time I've been 100% honest with you. I'm with this person. You my side nigga. I ain't talking to nobody else but y'all two or whatever it may be, or I'm talking to 5 people, but you know, and so that is the communication. That's what it's supposed to be. But you going out telling people you a bitch ass person because that was the communication.
Mm-hmm.
So now you just want clout or whatever the fuck else you want for whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. No, absolutely not. I told you, you want to suck my dick. That's it. Period. If I didn't tell you, then yes, I'm airing all the shit out.
Yeah.
Nope. He said he won't with her no more and blah. Yeah, I'm airing all the shit out. I'm putting receipts on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that if the person had messaged me, the female, then I don't know if I would. I think only if I was truly hurt. Like if we were fucking around for a year, 2 years, something like that, and then I didn't know that he was with someone, then maybe I still would. But if it was only a couple of months and it was really just having sex and there was nothing more to it, like we didn't go on dates, it was just really just fucking, then you'd be upset because I don't know. What are you upset? Because he don't want to make you his boo?
Right.
But that wasn't what y'all's agreement was.
Right.
If y'all's agreement was y'all are just fucking, then that's what it is. So why are you running your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What is your opinion?
Are you agreeing? Oh no, that one. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
kind of the same. If you understood that you were
The side bit.
then keep it that way. If you understood that's what you were binding into, then it is what it is. Like you understood that's your role. I don't understand why you're stepping out of that
role.
It's just
do what you do. If he was providing, or even if he wasn't, and that was y'all's agreement, he said, I'm with Khloe, you is my side bit. You know I'm with Khloe. You see me on her TV show. You see me booed up. You see me kissing on her. You see all of this stuff. You absolutely know that I'm with her. Then why?
right.
There is no point. You absolutely know.
Mm-hmm.
Only different would be if there was a lie. There's a lie, I'm airing all shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You can suck my dick.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah.
So that's just me on that one. Let's see. So how do you handle any type of ships, relationships, friendships, situationships when they dissolve? Like how do, if me and you friends and something happened and our relationship dissolves, how is that carried out? Like the information that we, like things we did while we were together, and it was secret, and you should tell nobody. Is that something you should tell now because y'all are no longer friends, or is that information still sealed because at the time we were friends and that was a conversation?
So I don't think anything that's ever been told in secrecy should ever be put on blast, ever.
That part.
Regardless of how that unfolded, anything that was told in secrecy, done in secrecy,
should not.
The only thing sometimes I do kind of battle with is making your side heard when stuff dissolves between any type of relationship, friendship,
Like what?
like stuff that actually did transpire, but to other people may paint them in a negative light.
So we're painting
between
you
the
in
two
a
of
negative
you.
light.
Yeah.
So, like if something happened between us and I had said something, then you were to respond to something.
No, like if something dissolved between us and I was just explaining to people what happened, that could potentially
why
betray
it
you.
dissolved.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the only thing that I ever battle with when it comes to if relationships dissolve, with telling. I mean, the truth is the truth at the end of the day,
right.
But you also don't want. Sometimes I battle with not wanting to paint somebody in a negative light and portraying them in a way that's unfavorable to them. But that's the only part that I think I wrestle with afterwards.
I think that would depend.
Right, but definitely no type of your personal business should not be aired out. Their personal business, stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with your friendship.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that. So I definitely agree. I don't think anything should be said, especially done in secrecy, because y'all was close at that time. There's no point in saying any of that. Otherwise, you're a bitch ass, and that's it. But in relation to why the situation dissolved, then I think that would depend upon why. So if you had slept with my man, then I'm quite sure that's going to be a known fact.
Right.
That's going to be a known fact. So it wouldn't be something that's secret. That's 100% known. If it was like, I'm trying to think of something that, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something.
Like just something like, something that, like, let's say I had a child and the person who I was saying was the father wasn't the father.
Oh, that ain't nobody's damn business.
Right. So things like that. Like that's got nothing to do with your friendship.
At all.
And that's not your business to tell folks.
Yeah. No, you should definitely not tell that.
But a lot of people love to take those things because there's some type of moral ground or wherever you want to place that and tell people. Absolutely.
We're going to fight after that.
Yeah. It's just not, it's not your place. It's not going to deal with you.
Because at that point, we was cool. So I told you. At this point, you don't need to tell nobody. There ain't nothing to tell, regardless if we are friends or no longer. You took an oath when we were friends, and that oath was, when I tell you shit, you ain't gonna tell nobody. Period. And if your friends ain't like that, baby, you got wrong friends. You need to call. Because I ain't got time.
Right.
Because if I tell a motherfucker something, and I say, don't tell no motherfucking body, and some shit get heard, we're gonna have a problem. That's it. But I don't think I really tell much information to people that I wouldn't really care to be out there anyway. So
yeah,
but yes, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I think that's also kind of goes back to like who you are as like a 10 toes down person.
Yeah,
like trust, respect, like those things go a long way. And I think those things, even when you're not in that relationship, friendship, I think those things transcend that connection that you two had. Even if it doesn't exist anymore, there still should be a boundary of respect and trust that you have, that you're not going to go air each other the fuck out afterwards.
Exactly. Are you a ban or a pan? You know what I mean? Yeah. A bitch ass nigga or pussy ass nigga? Which one is it?
Ooh, okay.
Which one is it? A ban or a pan? Hopefully neither, because I'm neither. But yeah. We ain't no bans or pans over here.
I'm just, for an abundance of caution, I'm not going to say I am or neither of those things.
I'm with.
I have an abundance of caution.
You're like, nah, no. She's neither. She's not a bitch or a pussy. And I left out the rest. Well, she's not the nigga part either, but she's not.
So like I said, I'm gonna stray away. I'm 10 toes down. I am who I am, and I'm not gonna fold on nothing like that. But I'm going stray away from any. You ain't finna get me caught up. She's an acronym, which means no, I didn't.
Well, you didn't know what it was. I didn't think you would. That's why I was like, I'll say it.
I've never heard that before.
I made it up in my head.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like a
band or a pan. I literally just made it up. Creativity come off the top of the dome. Hey. Unless someone else came up with it and I don't know. But I don't think so.
That was good though. You literally were like, you said it right off. I was like, okay, what are those?
You know, just me. Yeah, band or pan, but I don't know which one. And I don't like either of those, okay? Ugh, especially a man. You can't be either of those things.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic because we've been running, y'all. These last couple episodes, we've been hitting over this hour. You heard. So, how do you go about establishing friends with a band?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I got the answer.
Yes. I mean, I feel like it would be as simple as tell them.
Yes, bitch.
But like, so this, if it's trying to establish a new one,
Mm-hmm.
meaning someone who you don't have any prior rapport with,
Mm-hmm.
brand new person.
So are
As
you
you
just trying
first
to be a
meet them.
fuck buddy or actual friends with benefits? Because those are two different things. So,
That is very true.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully y'all know what the meaning of it is. A fuck buddy is just literally you fuck. There is nothing else. You say, hey, I need it, come give it, and then they leave. There is no, hey, how your week been? Cut it. Bring me the D, bring me the P or the V, and that's it. There is nothing else. There is no other conversation. When the person walks through the door, you're already naked. Or you got on a dress or whatever, you gotta flip the shit up and be done. Or you got on, if you're a man, you got on your pants. Then you pull the shit down. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Friends with benefits is different. Is when y'all are actual friends. Y'all communicate throughout the week. Y'all go do other things other than just benefits. So, are you talking about fuck buddies or benefits?
Fuck buddies, because
Yeah.
I really don't want to deal with the extraness of friends with benefits.
Okay, well, fuck buddies is easy. You literally say, hey, I'm not looking for a relationship. I literally just want to have a consistent person that I'm fucking. And if at any point you catch feelings, or if at any point I catch feelings, or at any point you are seeing other people and you want to have that intercourse with someone else, just be upfront with me. And that's how they go.
So you'd be like, hey, my name's Fee, trying to fuck. The next phase goes, okay, when you free?
When there are, yes, from our standpoint as a woman, that is as easy as it gets. On the other side, a man asking a woman is probably going to be more, unless they can scope out if the woman's really for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if y'all are online dating, then it may be already in their profile, like, I ain't looking for shit, I just really blah, blah, blah. But majority of women are not going to say yes to that. So from our standpoint, majority of men will say yes to that.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to be upfront, but make sure you include the piece of, I just want that, and I am only going to be seeking you for that. I will not be seeking other people for that. However, if you start to catch feelings, I start to catch feelings, we need to let each other know so we can decide if we're going to continue or not, as well as if you see someone you want to do something with or whatever, just let me know, and I will do the same so that y'all can make a decision of, okay, well, you met Adam now, and you were messing with Bob. So I don't remember who it was before, but Bob. So you're messing with Bob, but now you met Adam, and you really feeling Adam, and you want to do something with Adam. Then you just need to tell Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say you don't have to, which you don't. But I just feel as a courtesy because one, you don't just. There's a lot of mixing.
That's a lot of, that's a lot of mixing and sexual partners, and at that point, can sometimes become a safety concern.
Yes.
Depending on how you're moving out here.
Exactly. So to me, when I went through that phase of I don't want to talk to anybody past the you come, I come, and bye.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So I just was up front, like, all right, you the only person I'm messing with. If I catch feelings to you, we need to let each other know. And then if we see someone that we really like, oh, bit, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
We say, hey, I appreciate, what we going through. I'm going to hit up this person because I'm really feeling it. And, I want to do that. And then at the point, if that was bad, you can go back and hit up this person. Hey, you still good or you whatever? And they may say, go get tested, don't, or whatever the fuck they say. And then you go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely been through that. So it's very easy from a woman, definitely. Just say, that's all I want. If it turns into something more, that's cool, but I'm just letting you know. I just want to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have any communication outside of when we fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Because I had one that was catching the feels, and I said, I feel that you're catching feelings, and I think it's best that we stop communicating.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you have it.
I got the answers for the sexual. I'm really going to start something. I don't know what it is, but I need to start something. Maybe I need to be a sex therapist.
Yeah. Well, you guys, this has been another wonderful installment thank you guys, by the way, for bearing with us on the last episode. We did have technical difficulties.
You know.
And so for the first time that we started videos, for the first time since we started videos, we did not have one last episode. So I thank you guys for bearing with us with that technical difficulty. We are now back in action. You make me want to fight you. Why? Not I. What should they forget to do?
Love God. Ooh. No, they should not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell everybody.
And as we sign off, that you stay with new intention. Life is tough, my dear, but so are
you.
She was singing today, y'all.
I know. I don't know what's going on. It's this drink, baby.
It's the Choco Chiller.
It's the Choco Chiller. And just remember, each of you are beautiful, and to never say what?
Stagnant
in your motherfucking life.
Bye, guys.
Bye.